Good morning, students. In the last class, we discussed about accommodation of social diversity. Today, our topic of discussion is dignity and freedom of the citizen from the chapter Outcomes of Politics. Democracy stands much superior to any other form of government in promoting dignity and freedom of the individual. Every individual wants to receive respect from fellow beings. Often conflicts arise among individuals because some feel that they are not treated with due respect. So democracy is considered as the best form of government because it's promote dignity and freedom to all the citizens. But conflicts arises amongst the citizen because sometimes few people are thinking they are not getting the due respect or due position what they supposed to get. The passion for respect and freedom are the basis of democracy. So as this is a passion to get the respect, to get the freedom, that is the base of democracy. Democracies throughout the world have recognized this, at least in principle. So democracy everywhere recognized it. In the principle, it is everywhere there. This has been achieved in various degrees in various democracies. But in different countries, the amount of freedom and dignity is different. For societies which have been built for long on the basis of the subordination and domination, it is not simple matter to recognize that all individuals are equal. The societies which were under domination or subordinate to some other group or people, so the equality is not as equal like the other countries. Take the case of dignity of women. Most societies across the world were historically male-dominated societies. Long struggles by women have created some sensitivity today that respect to and equal treatment of women are necessary ingredients of a democratic society. If we take the example of women's dignity, so they got the respect or the status whatever they are getting today after a long struggle. And when this struggle over, we understood that the respect or freedom of women is highly needed for a democratic society. That doesn't mean that women are actually always treated with respect. But after the movement, can we say that all women are treated respectfully? But once the principle is recognized, it becomes easier for women to wage a struggle against what is now unacceptable legally and morally. But what the profit women got? Because when once it was established that women should have the dignity, should get the dignity and freedom, now if anything unjust incidents happen against the women, then they can raise their issues. In a non-democratic setup, this unacceptability would not have a legal basis because the principle of individual freedom and dignity would not have the legal and moral force there. But in the non-democratic countries, we cannot think about this dignity and freedom. The same is true of caste inequalities. Even if we are taking example of caste inequality, there also we are getting the same thing as like the women's dignity. Democracy in India has strengthened the claims of the disadvantaged and discriminated castes for equal status and equal opportunity. The country provides equality of status and opportunity to the lower caste peoples. There are instances still of caste-based inequalities and atrocities, but this lack of the moral and legal foundation. Perhaps it is the recognition that makes ordinary citizens value their democratic rights. But after getting recognition, still there are somewhere the caste discrimination is going on. Expectations from democracy also functions as the criteria for judging any democratic country. How much we are expecting from the democracy or democratic country, that can give the status of the country's success. What is most distinctive about democracy is that its examination never gets over. Democracy's examination never gets over. Why so? Because our expectations are every day increasing, changing. So our expectation never ends. So whenever we are expecting from the democracy, then democracy founds new exams for it. As people get some benefits of democracy, they ask for more and want to make democracy even better. Whenever we are getting something from democracy, we want more from democracy, we want to make it much better than the earlier one. That is why when we ask people about the way democracy functions, they will always come up with more expectations. So whenever we are saying that democracy should be better like this or that, that means we are expecting more from democracy. The fact that people are complaining is itself a testimony to the success of democracy. Please underline this line. The people are complaining is itself a testimony to the success of democracy, because whenever we are complaining, if we are taking it positively, then it can give us a feedback how much we need I need to correct myself. So democracy, whenever we are complaining against democracy, democracy also getting the feedback and can correct itself. It shows that people have developed awareness and the ability to expect and to look critically at power holders and the high and the mighty. A public expression of dissatisfaction with democracy shows the success of democratic projects. It transforms people from the status of subject into the status of citizen. So democracy as always improving. In that procedure, what we became earlier, the people in a area or a country was the subject. Now the people are becoming citizen. It was given by to us by democracy. Most individuals today believe that their vote makes a difference to the way of government is run and to their own self-interest. Many people believe that whatever is happening within the country, that is because of my vote. Like every individual is thinking my vote. So that means we think democracy as the part of ourselves, and that is the success of democracy. I think you understood. We will continue the revision from the very beginning chapter again. Thank you for today.